Hello and welcome to Tech Deals. Are you looking for a great value in a desktop computer? Do you want a lot of performance and a lot of capability, but you don't want to spend a lot of money? Then you came to the right place. This computer is for you. For $400, this Acer Aspire T desktop computer may be the best value on the market today. Do you want to browse the web, check your email, social media, watch videos such as this, stream videos and music from the internet? Do you want to play light games? Do you want to edit documents, edit images, edit video, even do 3D rendering and animation? This computer will do it. It is incredibly powerful for the money. Now, it's not the fastest computer that Acer or anybody makes, but for $400, what it is it's a lot of performance for a very reasonable price. The value equation here is very strong. Now, I just listed briefly some of the things that you can do with this. Basically, anything you would do with a Windows computer, you can do with this. Technical specifications. Let me run down the list of what's included here briefly, and I'll talk a little bit more about it later in the video. But in short, we have Intel's latest and greatest 6th generation Core i5-6400. This is a true 4-core quad-core chip. That's important. Great multitasking performance. It'll play the games. It'll let you do multiple things at once. That's a good thing to have. 2.7 gigahertz base clock speed with a turbo boost to 3.2. Again, not the fastest chip Intel makes, but it's fast enough for most people. 8 gigabytes of system RAM. Now, I am in a later video going to show that upgraded to 16. Some of you will want to do that, and some of you won't. My initial performance videos on this computer will be in the as-shipped configuration. I will then redo some of those videos once it's been upgraded so you can see the difference and decide if it's something that's important for you to do yourself. But it can be upgraded if that's something you want to do. Storage space. This comes with a 2 terabyte hard drive. I'm very happy to see that that has started to increase. For a number of years now, most basic pre-built machines came with either a 500 gig or a 1 terabyte hard drive, but they are now including a 2 terabyte hard drive. Lots of space for music, videos, games, applications. You're not going to run out of space on this. If you do, you can always add an external hard drive. It's easy, takes 2 minutes, but that's a lot of space. That's a good value for the $400 price point. We have a DVD drive. This has a DVD reader and writer, so it will read and write CDs and read and write DVDs. We also have both wired and wireless Wi-Fi. So if you are not close to an Ethernet cable, to an RJ45 cable that you can plug in to get to the internet or your network, no worries. This has AC Wi-Fi, which is currently the latest and greatest, fastest available Wi-Fi in the market. It also includes Bluetooth 4.0, so if you want to hook up a Bluetooth device, connect to it to speakers, external wireless speakers, headphones, or other devices, you can certainly do that as well. Now, if you are near a connection, it does have Gigabit Ethernet, which is the fastest you're going to find in general consumer machines, so you can have a great network connection if you wish to plug it in that way. Graphics. This includes Intel's HD 530 integrated graphics chip. Now, it is not a dedicated gaming graphics card. It's worth making a note of that. I will put one in here in one of the upgrade videos, and I'll show you the difference in performance between the two. But depending upon the games that you want to play, this actually out of the box will be enough for many of you. Do you want to play Rocket League, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, League of Legends, Dota 2, Minecraft? Those will all play on this computer with no changes whatsoever. Now, do you want to play Battlefield 1, Grand Theft Auto 5, The Witcher 3? Those types of games are what's known as AAA, or as I like to call them, the big splashy games with the big pretty graphics and the big budgets. Those games won't play very well on these integrated graphics. That's the one big limitation of this machine over, say, a $700 or $800 computer. Not to worry, I will show the installation of a dedicated gaming graphics card into this computer. It only takes a couple of minutes. There will be a video showing the installation of that as well as the performance it provides you in those games. It will be the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti graphics card, which can be found in the $130 to $140 price range. That plus the $400 computer you see here will provide you with great gaming performance at a very reasonable, modest price. The other two items that I will be doing upgrade videos on, if you are interested, besides adding 8 gigabytes of RAM, taking it to 16, is I'll also show the installation of a solid-state drive. At this price point, none of the computers come with what's called a solid state or flash memory drive. Those drives speed up the boot performance of Windows. It makes the computer turn on and shut down much, much quicker. It allows programs to load quicker, updates to happen faster. It's nice to have. It's not required. The machine works just fine without it. But I will show how that works if you're interested in doing so, and I will show the performance before and after so you can decide for yourself, again, if that's something that you care to do. Now, having said all of that, is there anything else I would recommend at this price range? No. There are a number of computers within $100 of this price point. There's $300, $330 machines. There's a couple of $500 computers for sale. This is the value at under $500. Anything about $350 to $450, this is the machine to buy out of all the computers currently for sale. Now, if you have a larger budget, if you want something that comes ready to run out of the box with some of those things that I mentioned and you want to be able to play games, there's some $700 to $800 options which will do it ready to run out of the box. However, $400 plus $100 to $150, that's a lot less money and it will play modern current games. How about we open this box and take a look and see what you get inside, shall we? It is a fairly decent sized box. This is what's called a standard mini tower case. It is not a super small, super slim case, but that's good if you want to be able to upgrade it and expand it. Some of the really small machines that are sold today that come in the very small cases, you can't do anything to. They're fixed. They're in the one configuration and you can never really change them. This is a standard configuration. Put my box cutter down here. As we open the box, I'll turn it around so you can see what's inside. Styrofoam. I know, it's exciting. The first thing we'll do, we've got our power cable. This is a standard power cable. I'm glad they're still including these with desktops because sometimes companies aren't doing that anymore. What it means is if you ever lose it or it becomes damaged, any basic computer power cable that's been used for the past 20 years will plug into this. We have our basic mouse provided. Now, you can certainly use the keyboard and mouse that come with, toss that over there. It's a basic, inexpensive few dollar mouse. It's nothing fancy, it's wired. There's some quick setup instructions in here. This basically explains here's what all the ports are, here's where you plug your cables in, here's how you put your keyboard in. Now this foam should come right out of the top. Styrofoam. Yes, it's exciting. I'll put that down there. Be sure to save your box and packaging. Why? If you ever want to move this, if you ever move, the safest way to move your computer is to put it back in the original box it came in to keep it safe and sound. If you ever need to send it in for warranty service, having the box is very handy to have. And then finally, if in the future you ever sell your computer, how nice does it look to be able to ship the computer to its new owner, say if you sell it on Amazon or eBay, to ship it in the original box. It gives nice presentation and can save you some trouble down the road. So save your packaging. Let's see here. Oh, keyboard. The keyboard was right next to the computer. I'll take this out and show it to you briefly. I will talk more about the use of this keyboard and mouse when I do the first boot and system setup videos. Federal Communication, yeah, FCC stuff. Basic keyboard. It is wired, and it's a cheap, inexpensive keyboard. Depending upon how much you use your computer, depends upon whether or not it's worth buying a separate keyboard or mouse. If you use your computer an hour a day or less, this is fine. There's no need to spend any more money. If you use your computer 8 hours a day like I do, buy a nice keyboard and mouse. Let's take this out. It is wrapped nicely in foam. There we go. Now when we open it, this is nice. When we take it out, the feet are on the bottom. These are the rubber feet. So they've got the opening of the foam actually on the bottom of the computer. So just take the foam down as far as you need to see the bottom of the computer and then turn it right side up, just like so. There we go. Now that we have the foam off, I will turn it towards you so you can see the front. Once you have taken the foam off, take a look at the front of your new machine. Very clean design, and I like it. There are two USB 3.0 ports right on the front, the blue ones right there. Those are important because if you use little USB thumb drives, little flash memory drives, or if you ever want to expand your storage by adding an external hard drive, you can plug them right in the front if you want, and they will run very, very fast. These are the new 5 gigabit per second ports, very quick. They'll transfer data as fast as your device allows. In between the two ports is a headphone and microphone jack. So if you want to plug in headphones easily in the front, you can. If you want to plug in a microphone, you certainly can. The power button is right here on the top. I'll tilt it over here in a second, but it's just basically a round power button on the top, you can see. And then we have two slots here. The top one is your DVD reader and writer. There's an eject button in the middle. The tray will come out to where you can put your discs in there if you want. Turning it around so that you can see the back. Now we are looking at the back of the computer. I like what I see. This is very, very good. First of all, allow me to draw your attention to the top here. This right here is your power supply. Now this computer comes with a very nice 300 watt power supply. This will run basically all the devices you might connect to a computer like this, including an add-in graphics card. Beneath the power supply, we have got two HDMI ports. This is nice. Just 6 months ago, I was reviewing computers that only provided one. Why is having two HDMI ports nice? Two monitors. Are you interested in getting two 1080p monitors and putting them side by side on your desk, plug one into each of those ports, and you can set Windows up to easily use two different monitors? You can have a web browser on one screen, you can be playing a game on the other screen, or you can be watching a video such as this. So you can have different things up on each monitor. All you have to do is plug them into each of those two HDMI ports, no add-in graphics card required. The previous generation of computers, not even a year ago, were generally only coming with one of those. That is a very, very nice inclusion. I'm happy to see that. Directly beneath that are two more USB 3.0 ports, just the same as the front. These are 3.0 super speed ports, 5 gigabits per second. External hard drives, USB flash drives, very, very quick. Beneath those are two USB 2.0 ports. Now, the 2.0 ports are older and much, much slower. In fact, only 10% of the speed of the 3.0 ports. So why would you use USB 2.0 ports? Keyboard and mouse. These are 2.0 devices. There's no need whatsoever for a keyboard and mouse to be a USB 3 device. So the two ports that are black, you will plug the keyboard and mouse into. The two ports that are blue, you would plug in an external hard drive, a USB thumb drive, or some other USB type device. That's what those 2.0 ports are there for. We have an RJ45 port, which is our Gigabit Ethernet networking if you have wired connection. Now there is wireless in here, but it's totally self-contained. There's nothing you have to worry about. And then there's also the HD audio outputs. You can plug in a multi-speaker system. You can plug in either just a pair of speakers or a pair of speakers plus subwoofer. So it's got a nice HD sound system as well. These slots in the bottom are for add-in cards. You will see the use of those in upcoming videos when I show you how to add different options to this computer, including an add-in gaming graphics card if that's something you're interested in. Now, while I've got the computer here, let me open it up and show you what it looks like inside. And this is what the inside of the computer looks like. I have trimmed that, zoomed the camera in so you could see the computer more closely. Now, I will cover everything in this machine in detail during the upgrade videos, but I want to provide a close-up shot so you can see what's in here. This is our 300 watt power supply. Excellent power supply, no need to change it. Right here we have our 2 terabyte hard drive. Up here we have our DVD reader and writer. This is our main system motherboard. If you ever hear the phrase motherboard, this big green circuit board on the bottom, that's called the main board. This fan covers our Intel processor. Here is our 8 gigabytes of system RAM and our free memory slot to upgrade it to 16 if we wish. This gray slot down here is our graphics upgrade slot. That's what we're going to be using to add a GTX 1050 Ti graphics card to this computer in the future. Now, one thing, if you've read online reviews about this computer, is it only has 2 serial ATA ports. So while there is a bay here to add another hard drive, there's no place to plug it in because one of these ports is being run by the hard drive and one is being run buy the DVD drive. This is okay because the solid state drive that I'm going to be installing in here is an M.2 drive. This is actually what an M.2 drive looks like. That's it. That's the entire drive. It looks like a thumb drive. It's just a little memory stick. And it's going to be installed, and you can't see it very well, but I will make room for it when I do the video right back there on the motherboard. I did confirm that the post is there, and the drive comes with the screw needed to install it. So this solid state drive will install in there just fine. This is a 275 gigabyte solid state drive for about $70. For $70, this will add more storage. It'll be quick and fast. It's the MX300 drive. I'll show you the performance of that in a future video. So that's basically everything inside the machine. Your hard drive, your DVD, your RAM, your CPU, your power supply, graphics upgrade slot, and then the spot we're going to add our solid state drive to. For $400, this is a ton of value for the money. Oh, one thing else I want to mention. If you're curious, this right here is the AC Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chip right here. This black and white wire actually runs all the way through your machine. You can see it briefly right here. It runs all the way across the bottom and all the way up the front. So it's using the entire case as your antenna basically to give you strong reception. You should get very, very good reception out of that. It's not perfect, of course. I mean, an external antenna would be better, but that costs more money. So that's a good option. That's the inside of our computer. So that has been the unboxing and overview of the Acer Aspire T desktop computer for $400. That is an amazing value for the money. The equipment that comes in this for the price, for a pre-built computer with Windows 10 that's ready to go out of the box, that's a great deal. If you're looking for something under $500, this would be the very first stop that I would recommend that you make. Like this video if you like it. Don't if you don't. Remember to subscribe to my channel with the big huge red button right down there. Questions, comments, and feedback go in the comment section below the video. And as always, check out the video description directly beneath the video. In the video description will be the link to the full playlist of videos that I'll be doing on this computer. First boot system setup, Windows performance review, game performance videos, RAM upgrade, graphics card upgrade, and solid state drive upgrade, including the cloning process showing you how to get Windows from the hard drive to the solid state drive. Finally, the link to Amazon.com where I bought this computer, and so should you if you're interested in doing so, because they have a really great deal on it. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video.